So we finally got a Pokemon Presents after long last ending a prolonged dry spell of information for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And here we are, sitting right down at the computer, talking to myself on camera that hopefully people will end up watching at one point, so we can go through all the things we may have missed in the Pokemon Presents. Now there's actually quite a few things they left out of the trailer but included on the websites, and then there's some things that they really didn't explain at all that we may be only able to see for single frames. And we're going to look at all those kind of things right now in this video for everything you missed in the Pokemon Presents for Pokemon Scarlet Violet. Let's do it. First up is going to be this boy, brand new Paldean Wooper. Now this Pokemon is going to be busted beyond anything you've ever seen before. Why? So it turns out that new information provided only on the website points to his abilities, one being Poison Point, which is nice, but the other one is his Water Absorb. So this guy still has Water Absorb, and he's Poison Ground type, which is going to add up to make him an extraordinarily powerful Pokemon. Do not sleep on this guy at all. It's very likely his evolution will also have Water Absorb as possible ability. Go hunting for that. You're going to want it. It's going to carry you through the game. A Water Absorb Ground Poison is very strong, guys. So don't sleep on that one. Next up, let's have a look at the headmaster of our academies, and you can see very clearly in this picture where he is in the trailer standing with a belt full of Pokemon. He ain't just here to teach you, he ain't just here to tell you to go to class, he's here to teach you, if you know what I mean. He's gonna battle you, and people are speculating already that he may end up becoming the villain, very much like the Pokemon Legends Arceus situation we had there, where the head of the company that we were joining also turns out to kind of turn a little bit bad. So this is probably going to be something similar happening in this one. He is our headmaster for the school, however, we got very little information on him. He there has a full belt of Pokemon. We are going to be engaging him in battle, most likely, so do keep an eye out for him in the story. Next up is the use of the Rotom Decks, something we didn't really get to see, but as you can see here, we got our Pokedex with caught, battled, something very similar, looks very similar to what we had in Pokemon Legends Arceus, and you got a lot of other things here. Recently caught Pokemon with their own little posters down below too in the Rotom Decks. Very sweet, and a whole bunch of things going on here. We got the weather up at the top right and all that. So this is of course the Rotom Decks, we know that. You got the option to evaluate at the bottom, and it looks like with the arrow hovering over what isn't seemingly a Pokemon but rather a region, we're probably going to be able to get some information on them, and you'll be able to scroll down to the Pokemon and get new information on the evaluation on there as well. Or maybe it's going to work something similar like Pokemon Legends Arceus in a way. So this game is very much adopting a sort of hybrid version of Sword and Shield and Pokemon Legends Arceus and putting a bunch of things together. We also on the left hand side we see some things. We see what's very clearly a map, then we see mail, and then what seems to be your trainer card. So that looks like that's what those three icons are over there. Speaking of map, we do have a piece of the map showcased on these Rotom Decks right here. So we can see north facing up there, we can see our Rotom magnifying glass at this point right here, and we see some details of the map as well. We can zoom in and out similar to Pokemon Sword and Shield, and we still have features like our weather up at the top as well. And this middle one, this is the weather on the right, but this middle one may be the time of day. So it looks like we're coming up to sunset or sunrise in this area of the map at this specific time. So that's kind of cool that they give you all that here too. Speaking of map, we did get a couple more images of the map in the trailer and one on the website, this being the best one from the website itself, and we can actually see a lot going on. We see the main city that they spoke about here in the middle of the map. We got a massive whirlwind, whirlpool thing going on in the middle that completely just ate up Madrid. Madrid is officially gone. There is no capital of Spain anymore. Portugal is now liberated, and we can see over here a little town. We can see a town here, see another town here, some building here that seems to be entering into the middle of the map for whatever this might be. Maybe this is something to do with the legendary things that we saw from the cinematic cutscene. It might very well be, I'm not 100% sure. People speculate it might be these two rocks over on the far left here. We don't know yet, but that was a cinematic, so we'll have to wait and see. Seems to be a little small civilization here in the ports as well. A lot of things going on here. You can definitely go up the mountain here. It's probably going to be the ski slopes. And a little water slide bringing you down to Lake Hylia. And then we got some more over here. There's a lot going on. There's another bay area here with some buildings. A little pond over here. Hopefully that's going to be exciting for like maybe some rare Pokemon. Another little town here. And some more buildings here. So there's everywhere. I think this might be the start of the game right here, folks. this right here. I think this city is gonna be central to everything we want to do. We're gonna be able to go anywhere we want, but we're ending up gonna be using the city as a central hub. Other map was this, showcased right in the trailer. We actually now have a full map. However, this is a little blurry, but you can see some of the things dotted around, some of the civilizations, some of the towns and cities dotted around that we can probably visit here. Here. So that's another picture of the map that was showcased in the trailer. It's very clearly the Iberian Peninsula, as you can see, leading up to France, or rather Kalos, up at the far right. And this part, as you can see from the map here, is covered in clouds. So DLC, who knows? Maybe the DLC will bring us back to Kalos. That would be very exciting. The terraced gimmick that is going to allow you to transform into a crystalline Pokemon has a lot to it, actually. A lot of people are kind of disappointed, but a lot of people are also excited. I'm very, very excited about it. I actually don't mind how the gimmick looks. I think it looks pretty cool. Actually, I kind of like the crystal thing going on, but it's very powerful too. It changes a Pokemon's form, or rather, it can change a Pokemon's form. From what we know, the Pokemon itself is going to have a possible special typing that it will be able to change into. Each Pokemon will have this. Every Pokemon will be able to have a particular typing. So it looks like grass here for a grass starter. I'm not sure why that's the case, because it's supposed to be possible with other typings. However, you are going to get an attack multiplier, so it's probably going to be ×2 attack if you couple it with stab and the terrestrialize on grass. You're automatically going to use this and have ×2 attack. That's going to be pretty strong. This is the UI for all of this. In the trailer, it showed us this, so you can take it in. We got our moves, and it's just there. It's R, sort of similar to what you'd expect for using a gimmick at all. They're all going to transform into this magnificent looking kind of crystalline thing, things we've been speculating and leaking about like a long time ago as well. It looks great, but it's going to change their typings too. So Pokemon like this, which is actually our special early purchase bonus, is going to be a flying type Pikachu with the move Fly. So it's going to have Stab Fly. Okay, this is a Pikachu with Stab Fly, and this is going to be an exclusively available to the early purchase bonus for this Pikachu. You're not going to be able to get this in the game normally from what they've seemed to have worded. So the early purchase bonus, it's important to note, is different from what you'd expect from pre-order bonuses. This just means buying the game upon release, and it lasts until the end of February next year. So if you guys just casually go into the shop in December or Christmas, or you get the game at Christmas or whatever, or even January, you'll be able to just put it in and you'll be able to get the mystery gift for this Pikachu straight away, all the way up until the end of February, so you can claim and play around with a flying type Pikachu. So this is going to be the early release bonus. Don't miss it if you guys do get your game early. It's different from pre-order bonus, because a lot of people might be confused about that. And this is how it looks in game. They're all going to look like this. Every typing will have a different kind of crystal icon on top of its head, so that's really cool. Understanding how this thing works is detailed right here. Feel free to pause the video and read through it so you can get a grasp of it. And this feature is going to be best suited to getting your Pokemon in raids, because the raids are going to give you a different massive variety of certain Pokemon with different typings that they can terrestrialize into. So you're going to be able to get maybe your choice of a Pokemon from a raid, let's say Dragonite, who may have the fire typing you can transform into. Maybe you can get an ice typing you can transform into, which would be so cool, guys. You're going to be able to build a very, very strong team if you go for the right typings like that. Just to reiterate what I'm saying, here's a type for Eevee with water and then Eevee with grass side by side to showcase that you can get the same Pokemon with different typings to be able to transform into, making your options limitless. You're going to be able to make a very powerful team. My next favorite feature, guys, raids. Now, if you guys are the OGs from back in the day, raid battles just explode our opportunities in the game. We grew our channel from being able to manipulate the raid dens to be able to more easily get shiny Pokemon from them. This is going to now be doubled up with the terrestrialize gimmick here, in which we can see a water type Gardevoir being fought by players. It's much more streamlined, made much more simpler and better quality of life to be able to do these raids with players than it was in Sword and Shield. However, I highly anticipate these raids to be exploitable once again. This is not something that they're just going to have patched out from day one. This is going to be something, it's going to be a learning curve that people will adapt, figure out, and be able to exploit. Now, the exploit started with using third-party programs to be able to calculate things in the game, to to be able to get Pokemon 100% legitimately. But they moved on, they evolved, and became something you could get 999 items of all items from. All shiny Pokemon, just straight like that, 6 IVs, Pokemon that were impossible, illegal shiny legendaries. So basically, my expectations with these raids is we are going to be able to do all of the stuff we did with Pokemon Sword and Shield all over again. If you're excited for that, guys, stick around. If you want to get an easy track in life, this is the channel for you. Exploits, glitches, fun stuff like that are our calling. Okay, this is going to be so much fun. This is us catching a normal type Gardevoir with the power to turn into a water terrestrial. So that is catchable. We're going to be able to get shiny versions. I can't wait. It's so exciting. So just to confirm for people who were speculating whether or not there will be a Dratini line in the game based off of the fountain that we saw a long time ago, our fire-type Dragonite is right here. So that's nice to see. It only got like 2 frames in the entire trailer. Another one, of course, is the flags that we saw in a previous trailer clearly match the car gimmick that we're going to have to do. This is going to be a third of the major story that we have to go through. This is going to be one of the options we can do in this open world thing. We don't have to only do gyms. We don't have to only do the other one. This is the car. It's going to be something to do with racing, and in the trailer we actually see it going forward without a single driver in the seat. So there's a lot to speculate about what this might still be, but I imagine it's going to be maybe racing against the evil team in the game, possibly. I'm getting kind of Grease Lightning vibes from this whole situation. We're students in school, and then you got this car that looks like this. It's just a feeling I got. It doesn't really tie in with anything, but that's the impression I get. So we may get a team of greasers. I'll see if that is going to happen. And we may have to race them and do sort of greaser style stuff to try and clear out the third of the story. Another third of the story is the usual that we know. It's gyms. We got obvious pictures of the gyms and the actual gym battles happening with the new Pokemon to Titan in the trailer as well. So that's confirmed as a third of our story, which we can do in any order too. And finally, there's this picture right here, which I think is the treasure hunt. So as you guys saw in the trailer, our headmaster or director gives us a treasure hunt mission, and this may very well be just one of the 3 possible main stories. The treasure hunt mission that I'm tasked with may be my first objective that allows me and opens up the world, allows me to go forth and explore the world to do my thing. So that may be the third picture we got. I strongly believe that that ties in with this. This looks like we're actually about to pick a Pokemon, but it may just be straight up a treasure that we're going to be picking up. As you can see, the glint of a possible item similar to what we had in Pokemon Sword and Shield, the glinting of an item we pick up and try to collect for whatever the mission is tasked by the director. Guys, that's all I've found for now. Going to be going through all of it again with fine-tooth comb, see if there's anything else exciting in it. There's so much to look forward to. Can't wait until we see the next things that they're going to be showcasing in the next trailer, because there's still a few things to go, such as the starter evolutions, and then something else that I'm not going to say here just in case of spoilers. But either way, guys, thanks for watching. Drop a sub if you want to keep on top of the latest news, and I'll see you guys around in the next video. Till then, guys, bye.